Good afternoon, everybody. Now, yes, I don't sound 100% better, and don't shoot me, but I needed to get stuff done. Okay, so, because I am sick, I'm gonna tell you of a time when I was even worse than what I am now. Right now, I just have a flu. It didn't hit me as hard as it did the last time, or the first time I got the flu, but still it hit me pretty decently hard. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the time I got glandular fever. So about 2 weeks previous to actually getting it, I had an allergy cold. Now I was living in Canberra at the time, so there was all the pollen and grass seeds and everything all through the air. So, I was I'm allergic to pollen and dust and grass seeds and mold. So my allergies perk up whenever one of the four are mentioned. So you can imagine what Canberra was like. It's surrounded by mountains, so it's like a huge bowl with people living in it. And so, spring is a pretty bad season for me. I'm sneezing, sniffling mess. But I had a cold, an allergy cold. And this led up to me getting tonsillitis, which further instigated itself into something much worse. Now, I spent about 2 weeks with these swollen, pussy tonsils. If you guys are eating, I would push your food away right now. Like, it's not a good idea to eat and try and watch this video. But, so, I was within like 2 weeks, my entire the entire back of my mouth and my nose were completely filled. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't taste. Well, I couldn't breathe through my nose. I couldn't taste anything except maybe salt. It depended on how salty that thing was. But I went to the hospital, and the triage nurse, I complained to them that I had a sore throat and I wasn't able to keep anything down. I couldn't drink anything, so I was severely dehydrated. I couldn't eat anything, so I was feeling very weak. But went to the triage nurse. She looked at my throat and said, "Ooh!" Brought over another nurse. She also said, "Ooh!" And I'm sitting here like, hell's going on? Like, tell me what's going on. And they're like, "We're putting you on a bed straight away." And I'm like, huh, interesting. What's going on? But it turned out, after a few blood tests, it came back positive for mononucleosis, which is kissing disease, aka glandular fever. And I had it pretty bad too, so they had to give me steroids via a drip, because I just couldn't swallow anything. I only had a tiny amount of my esophagus available to me, because of all the pus that was building up. I could not even, because I couldn't eat anything or drink anything, they had to pump saline drip into me, so it was about, I don't know, 5 or so hours after that they're like, "Do you want to go home or do you want to stay here?" And I'm like, I'm staying here. Like, if I go home, I'm not gonna have anything available to me to be able to help with this. And so I stayed in hospital for about 5 days. It was pretty bad. I had a room to myself, obviously, because mononucleosis is a very infectious disease. All it takes is you kissing someone and they could get it. But because of having had glandular fever, every time I get a cold, I have to be exceedingly careful. Because if I ruin my immune system to the point where it's basically non-existent, I can land myself in hospital again. So, I apologize for all the videos either being late or non-existent for that day, but I need to rest. And today I've had a fair amount of rest. I think I had about 9 hours of sleep before I woke up freaking hacking up my lungs. I wasn't doing so good today, but I am so freaking proud of myself right now because I managed to find my Lemsip and my Vicks Vapor Rub, which I have since put on, and I have my lovely little cup full of Lemsip. So hold on one second. So, my question to you guys would be, when was the last time you got sick? And how bad was it? Have you ever ended up in hospital because of simple cold? But yeah, apart from that, I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, or afternoon, depending on where in the world you are. Bye!